Oh, we do have fun beside the seaside. Oh, hello, welcome, and thank you very much for joining me here today. So I've been away on a holiday. I don't know if anybody have been following me, and normally there's quite a lot of you that follow me on a regular basis. You know that I didn't upload very early this week, so that's because I've been away on my holidays. So with that in mind, I thought I'd paint something holiday themed. I went down to the sea, so let's have a look and see what we're painting today.
Hey, welcome, thanks for stopping by. It's time to learn with our friend Clive.
As you can see, the palette. So let's have a look at the colours. Let's have a little closer look at the colours. I've got a little bit of blue there. Okay, now that's actually processed blue. You can use an ultramarine blue, or what? I wouldn't use a cerulean blue, but I would use an ultramarine blue if you haven't got any processed blue. That is absolutely fine. So I've also got Prussian blue. Now to make a bit of Prussian blue, add a little bit of black to your blue, especially ultramarine blue and black will make a Prussian blue. So if you've got any ultramarine blue, add a little bit of black to it and that'll make yourself a Prussian blue. But I've actually got some Prussian blue there. I've got a little bit of green. This is a mid green, something like a hooker's green or something like that. Any green would do. Here I've got some Naples yellow. That is a lovely yellow. So you can make a Naples yellow by adding a little bit of white to some ordinary yellow. That's a CADMIUM yellow, mid yellow. You could make something that way, a little bit of white and a little bit of a little bit of white in there. You could quite nicely make that type of color. Maybe just a touch of burnt umber to it. You could get that type of Naples yellow color, but if you've got Naples yellow, that's even better. Got some burnt umber, some black and some white. Okay, it's quite simple today. As my paintings are, I've been thinking, I've just come back off holiday. I've been down West Wales, which is a wonderful area. If you're ever in Wales, please come and join us and come down into West Wales. That is a wonderful place to actually get some inspiration from if you want a different type of experience in Wales. It's a wonderful area down there, some wonderful coasts, some walks if you're into walking, that type of thing. Yeah, I don't do a lot of walking. I'm quite lazy. Yes, but if that's what you like to do, then that's good with me. So I'm just going to put a little bit of ultramarine blue and a little bit of Prussian blue into the sky. And as you can see, I'm painting on a bit of cardboard again today. Why do I always paint on cardboard? Well, to be honest with you, it just makes life a little bit easier for me because it allows me to be able to store more paintings. Because you can imagine, I do quite a lot of paintings in the studio now. The paintings I do for YouTube are not what I normally do for my clientele, my commission work and stuff like that. I do craft fairs and I go to all these shows and things like this, and especially in the winter months, there tends to be a lot more shows and that type of thing that I tend to go to. So yeah, it's really good actually, and that makes it easier for me to be able to transport all this type of stuff. And I've got a few videos out there that I've explained why I do what I do and why I paint on a certain size boards and canvas panels and things like this. And interested, if you want to look at that, it'll be in the descriptions or in the iCards just above you there. So as I progress, I'm just going to put a bit of blue in the sky. I'm just bringing a bit more white in. And I'm really not really thinking about what I'm doing at the moment. I've got a scene in mind, which I saw. I seen a scene, but did I see it? No, I saw it. I say tomato, you say tomato, tomato, tomato. It's all the same to me. Right, let's get this in the sky. I got this wonderful. I don't know. The sky wasn't like this actually. It was that color all over. It was a lovely day when I was down there, and yeah, the sea was coming in, and the wind had picked up just that little bit. The wind was picking up that little bit. So I want to try and paint wind. Now, how do we paint wind? Well, wind is a bit complicated, isn't it, if you think about it? Because you can't see it. All you can see is the effect it gives. the effect it gives. So we got to capture the effect. And that's good. I think I'll do that. And as I said, I don't plan anything, not really. I just like to sit here, relax, get my paint onto the canvas and see what happens. These are not commissions. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all what happens in the studio. All I want to do is have fun. Just fun, relax and paint. And there's more time to do stuff when we want to paint for a craft fair or an art show or something like that. Then we got a little bit more work on our hands, because that means we have to paint something specific then, like a seascape or a flower or something like that. I don't know. Mountains maybe? Who knows? Who knows? Check out my video. I'll give you some ideas. If you want to increase your sales in craft fairs, you need to check that video out. You really do. I'll leave it in the descriptions and in the iCards for you. So I'm just going to get a little bit of this darker colour coming in. Just like this. A bit more of that blue in the sky. I'm just trying to make the sky look a little bit more dramatic, that's all. Nothing much there. So let's get the hairdryer on that, because I love drying my painting. You can paint these on your craft fairs, and you can do little demonstrations. Have a go. Don't be embarrassed. Just have fun. And if you make a mistake, well, that's what it's supposed to look like. But don't tell anybody I told you that tip.
Thanks for stopping by. It's time to learn with our friend Clive. So grab your brush, have a great time. And don't forget to click subscribe.
Oh, let's get a little bit of white. A little bit of white. That's a lovely colour, isn't it? Just chuck a few of these on there like that. Wasn't many clouds in the sky, but it doesn't matter. I'm just trying to get that wispy type of effect anyway. Just brush it on, have fun. Let the brush and paint do what it wants to do, and then work with it afterwards. There we go. Some clouds in the sky. Let's get a little bit of white paint now, pure white paint, and let's decide which way is the light going to come from. I think it's going to come maybe this way a little bit. So let's get some. Don't forget, light is basically coming down on the clouds, but it gets that effect that it's coming from a certain way. So I'm just going to put a little bit of highlight on these clouds. That's like this. All else fails, rub it with your finger. Can't do that. Yes, you can. Nobody says you can't do anything. This is your painting, it's your world. Everything is under your control. Everything. If things go wrong, which sometimes they do, it's not a big deal. Just deal with them, like you would in life, really. You just need to have a little faith in yourself, a little bit of belief that you can accomplish anything you want to do. And that's all it is. Clouds have got no, I've said this so many times before, clouds have got no form, they've got no shape, they just float away, they can be anything they want them to be. In fact, have you ever laid down the grass and looked up and seen faces and animals and stuff in the clouds, and your imagination, it just runs wild sometimes, doesn't it? Well, that's all you've got to do when you paint, is just let things happen. Little things happen. Little things can mean a lot. Watch now what I mean. If I put just a little bit of highlight just down there like that, all of a sudden that cloud comes to life, and a little bit there. All of a sudden they look so small and distant, and they're so far away. They're just wisps of little cloud dust. There we are, cloud dust. Is there such a thing as cloud dust? Well, they might be, I don't know. You tell me. Just put a little bit more highlight just on a few of these clouds. Just like this. Maybe one or two of them are just picking up just a little bit more light than the others. There we go. If you want to paint clouds, just paint clouds. You can just paint clouds. Just paint paintings of clouds. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? That would be fun. That would be a fun painting. It's just clouds. There we are. We got some clouds in the sky, and that was quite easy today. That was quite easy. Yes, it was. Got a bit of white paint. And let's just get a nice line across like this. Now you can use a ruler. You can use some painter's tape. Whatever works for you. I'm just going to put as straight a line as possible. Straighter, the better, because horizons are always virtually perfectly straight in my eyes. But that's fine. I'll just get a little brush. I'm just going to merge that in like that. Just brush it in, make it look misty. You can't really see the line then. That way we can hide things. We can hide some sins. Bring that in. Like that, a little bit of Prussian blue now in the water. Let's get this a bit darker there now. There we go. Let's get a little bit more blue in the water. As we come in forward, we get a little bit darker. There we go. Bit of Prussian blue. Leave some of them lines in. You don't want them all perfectly flat, do we? No, we don't. I tell you what we're going to do. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring a bit of water in like this. I'm going to bring that around there like that. Mix it, some blue and some Prussian blue together. I'm going to try and get that there like that. A little bit of moisture. Let the paint flow across the canvas. There we go. Oh, lovely. That looks nice. We got a lovely looking seascape there. I'm going to put a little bit more shadow in that water, just like this. Maybe we'll have a little bit of an outcrop there or something. I don't know. Maybe. Right, I'm just going to dry that off with a hairdryer because I want to put another layer on there. So I'll be with you in a second. Ooh. Ooh. Right. Let's get some of this Prussian blue and just put a few very light marks in like this. Very light marks. There we go.
It's time to learn with our friend Clive. So grab your brush, have a great time.
Maybe a little bit of lighter colour coming down now.
And don't forget to click
Just add a little bit of white into that. We want to get a bit of There we go. That'll be alright for now. And then we'll get a brush, a nice soft brush. I'll use one of these, I think. This is just happens to be a little filbert brush. I just want to dry brush that off like that, just to merge it, blend it in together. There we go. Bit of a blend going on. So it looks as if we got a little bit of shadow, a little bit of highlight and that type of stuff. Now, I'm not going to wash my brush. I'm going to get some green in here. And I'm going to pull that green over there. I'm going to get some yellow into that. Yeah, nice yellow. You shouldn't mix your paint with brushes, but it doesn't matter. I don't mind. A little bit of white, just a touch of white, look. Just a touch of white. I've got a little bit of kitchen roll. I'm just going to take the excess paint off my brush like this. Because what I'm going to do is put a little bit of a outcrop or something, I don't know. A bit of grass coming down. There we are. Nice bit of grass. Green and blue, lovely, isn't it? Isn't it a lovely colour? There we go. And let's get that lighter colour coming down. A little bit of white. Bit of white. It reminds me of dunes of sand that we got around part of where I live. Yeah, it looks like sand dunes, doesn't it, now? Actually, I think that's what it's going to be now. So let's get a little bit of this Prussian blue into that. I want to darken this green up. Block that out like this. Work out where we go in with this now in a second. This is a type of thing, as I said, you could do on a craft fair or something like that, and just to get people interested in what you're doing. And that's basically what happened with YouTube. Was I was doing this type of stuff, and somebody said to me one day, they said, why don't you make a YouTube video, Clive? You know, you might get some views and things. I said, well, what's YouTube? Because at the time I didn't know what YouTube was. All I was doing was craft fairs and things, and I thought, wow, when I found out what YouTube was, I thought, oh, that's good, because that's what I'm doing anyway. I'm doing these paintings when I'm trying to sell my work, and I thought that would be good. A little bit of Naples yellow. Maybe there's a bit of sand down there. And I thought, yeah, I'll do that. I think I'll give it a try, and that's what happened. That's how YouTube started for me. I was encouraged by the people that I was talking to, so that was good. It's always nice to make new friends, isn't it? I know Naples yellow isn't really sand-like, but it'll be fine for what I want to try and do today. There we are. So I want to get this more like that. I want this to stand out in front of that. That's further than this, so I just want that to just merge down like this. It's a bit darker down here. There we are. Just like that. Get a bit of this lighter yellow to come back around now. Maybe there's a little bit of light catch into this area. I'm just going to merge all that colour together. A little bit of moisture on my brush. I don't use a lot of water. Don't use a lot of water. No need. Yes, now that's coming together nicely. It's looking good. Maybe we could put a couple of rocks or something. I don't know. I'm just making this up as I go along. I really am. So let's get a little bit of water.
Hey, welcome, thanks for
There's going to be a little bit of.
It's time to learn with our friend Clive.
Water coming in.
So grab your brush, have a great time. And don't forget to click subscribe.
Just like that, maybe. There we are. Not so much breakers as more like foam and things. Yeah, I think so. Few breakers out there. There we are. How's that look? How does that look? Does it look okay? I think it does. Not too sure. Smaller. Little lines in the distance, because they're going to be small over there. As they come in forward, they'll get a bit bigger. There we are. Let's give an essence of water. Maybe it's a sea, as I said. When you paint yours, you paint whatever you want to paint. I'm just trying to give you an idea. Maybe we can get. Maybe you can get something. Just in the background like this. Maybe there's another bit of land or something there. Some trees and things, and maybe there's a lot of. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. There's a bit of a landmass coming in. Maybe that's coming back around there like that. Maybe it joins onto this. Who knows? We don't know, do we? Just make that up as we go along, I think. Maybe some trees and things there like that. There we are. We're going to have to get some water line. Maybe there's a little bit of a coast there. There we go. Maybe that's coming in. Oops. There we go. Something like that. There we go. I'm going to try that again. Bum, 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 bum. So I got a long, thin, scrippy lining brush. There we go. A nice, long, thin, scrippy lining brush. Get a lot of water into that. Making sure it's all clean and everything. There we go. I'm going to get some of this Prussian blue. Very thin. I use my hand. I can use one of these. I can use this stick actually, thinking about it. I'm just going to put a shadow line just under some of these waves, just like this. All that does is just give that illusion that there's some shadow there. Basically, that's all it is. There we go. Just like that. Just a few little shadow marks in that water, just like that. I don't want to put a lot in. You do this yourself, you can do this yourself, and you can do as much as you want, or as little as you want. Even with the white paint, you can put a few more little details in, just like that, if you wanted to. Shh. There you go. Just brushing up onto there like that. Now, I'm looking at a brush, a specific brush I want. I got this. This is quite an old brush. You can see some dust coming off it. Hopefully you can. This is not brushed. This is not cleaned well. I haven't cleaned this one very well for a reason, because I want it to be stiff. Because I want to be able to put some shadow marks in, just like this. I want some grasses and things to come in here, just like that. Just makes life easier sometimes. Now, we said we were going to paint wind, didn't we? Which we will do. But at the moment I just want to get some nice dark colours in, just like this. There we go. Do 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 do. There we go. Good. I want something this side now, don't I? Looking at it, I'm just gonna get some yellow paint, a little touch of white paint, because I want to put some lighter bits of grass just here. The light is just catching there. Do 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 do. A bit more yellow. Let's get a little bit of yellow then. A bit of yellow. Not a little bit of that Naples yellow maybe. Wow, that's nice, isn't it? Little clumps of that maybe, just like that. Let's get a little bit of dark. A bit of shadow here and there. A bit of shadow in. Needs a bit of shadow to show the light. There we go. Ha ha ha! Lovely. I love it. I'm liking this painting already. I really am. I got this. This is an angled brush. It's cut on an angle. It's basically like an angled short flat. So I want to get some burnt umber and some white. I want to try something now. I want to put in some thicker marks now. Just like that. That didn't work as well as I wanted it to. So let's go back into our script lining brush. And let's put some, now let's get this. I want some purple. I want some Prussian blue and some burnt umber, some white. Bit more of a grey colour. I'm trying to get these to bend around so we can, looks like the wind is blowing in that direction. There we go. Let's get some burnt umber, some white, I'm just going to put some lighter ones in. Just keep doing it. There we go. We'll build it up. Build in. Some darker one now. Let's get some burnt umber, just burnt umber. Just keep building. Just like this. Wow, we can see the wind starting to blow these things now. Let's get a bit of black. I just keep adding these lines in, that's like this. Creating that illusion. Creating that illusion we are. I need some white, some yellow. I need to lighten that color up. Get a bit of yellow. Need some yellow. Just take your time. Don't rush. There's no need to rush these type of things. There we go. Now you get to a point where your paint starts to merge and that, so you need to dry that again. I'm going to dry that once more. So now let's go into a little bit more lighter color. There we go. You can see it. I just don't worry about mixing paints. I just want to get the colors, and sometimes it works this way for me. Just a few more. Little bits and pieces, just a little bit of highlight just in there. Try and get them reeds or whatever they are. I don't know what they are. What are they? I don't know. Do you know what they are? I don't know what they are. Just grass. It's just one of them grasses, isn't it? Let's get some lovely. What can I put? Let's get some Naples yellow into some of that burnt umber and white that we made, and let's just put some. Maybe seed heads or something. Just like that. Maybe grasses, just the seed heads on these grasses. Little flower head tops. Are they flowers? They don't know. They're just little bits of seed and things. Get a bit of burnt umber. A bit of shadow in there like that. There you go. Looking pretty good. Let's get a little bit of highlight. Just a little bit of highlight. Don't need a lot, do you? You don't need a lot. Da 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 dee da dee. Let's get some of this grass now. Let's fill up it a bit more. Light. There we go. A little bit of yellow. See, this is a wonderful way of being able to paint something when you're on a craft fair. And if you're not happy with it, you just say, well, there we go, look, it's just a demonstration, you know. That's what I do. So we've got some grasses there. We could put some highlight just over there like that. There we go. Couple of birds in the sky. Couple of birds. What a wonderful way to spend a nice day in the studio. I enjoy painting. I really do. That's quite a big bird. I'm quite surprised how big that bird was. I mean, he's got big wings now. There we go. That's better. Let's get a little... I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's get some yellow. Just put a few little seed heads just on these. I don't know what this is. This could be a... I don't know. I don't know what type of reed it is. It's just painting, really, isn't it? Just something we can made out of our imaginations. That's all it is, really. And these paintings sometimes are pretty good. And don't forget to click subscribe. So the wind is blowing. Just like that. So we've painted wind today. Isn't that fun? Have fun. See what you can create. Have a bit of fun in the studio. See what you can come up with. And I know you can do it. there we go, there's another quick painting for you. I hope you've enjoyed that. Don't forget to click the subscription notification. If that's all it is to support me. It doesn't cost nothing. All my lessons are free, and the notification bell set to all, and you'll never miss out on a video. So until next time, thank you very much for joining me. Bye bye.